A mate asked me the other day, what do I actually need to do to get in shape? That's when I realised that most men aren't failing because they're lazy, they're failing because they're overwhelmed, confused, and being pulled in 10 different directions. You don't need to train 6 days a week or live in the gym. You don't need a perfect diet, and you definitely don't need another science-backed program. What you need to do is to do the basics and do them properly. If you do what I'm about to show you, you'll get better results than 95% of the people in your gym. But if you ignore the last point on this video, then you'll stay exactly where you are. I'm Jake, and I've been training consistently for the past 13 years. I'm an all-arms physical training instructor in the British Army. I'm a defence, health and wellbeing advisor. I'm a qualified level 3 personal trainer. More importantly, I've been exactly where you are. Confused, out of shape, and intimidated. Jumping from plan to plan and getting absolutely nowhere. This channel exists to cut through the noise and give men simple systems that actually work in real life. To build a healthy mind in a healthy body. The problem today is that there is so much contradicting and confusing information. It's easy to get overwhelmed and just give up. The fitness industry makes money by keeping you confused. Because when you're confused, suffering from paralysis by analysis, it's easier for people to sell their backed by science programs. Confused people don't get results. Confused people keep buying programs. And that is not by accident. Science is confusing, but getting in shape is incredibly simple. It's just not easy. When I first started training back in 2013, I was clueless. A skinny, weak, 16-year-old kid with no confidence. I'd shy away from the free weight room and stick to the machines with all the old pensioners. But one day, I had enough. And I wanted to get in shape, to look good in everyday clothes and to look good on holiday. This is when I realised that every bloke I wanted to look like was training properly. So I stopped hiding and I started learning. I studied, I tested, I failed and learned over the past decade. And I quickly found out that the majority of people just wanted to promote their methods as superior. And they were all ignoring the basics just so they could sound more intelligent with their advanced training systems, like German volume training or post-activation potentiation and all this bollocks. All in a greedy bid to make more money. Don't get me wrong, these training systems do have their place, but if you're just looking to get in shape, then it doesn't matter. Maybe you're like the old me. You jump from program to program, or even worse, you're not following a program at all. You take bullshit advice from random people in the gym. You don't track your workouts, and you try a different routine every couple of weeks or couple of months. We don't need to reinvent the wheel here. And I found a simple system that actually works. It's easy to implement and it doesn't need you to live in the gym. Here is the solution. This entire system comes down to 3 simple rules. You get these right and everything else is just noise. Rule number 1, you've got to train hard. You need to train hard 3 to 4 times per week. 4 is the sweet spot, which will give you the best results. 3 still works pretty well. Anything more than 4 gives diminishing returns, especially for most people with jobs, families, and real lives to live. Training hard means taking each set close to failure. You want 1 or 2 reps away from failure. And it's good to take the last set of each exercise for that muscle group to failure. You need to focus on good form, under control, and a full range of motions, all the way down and all the way up. No ego lifting, no rushed reps, because quality beats quantity every time. Ideally, you should train each major muscle twice per week, aiming for 12 to 16 total sets. 20 sets per week has been proven to give the most gains. Anything more than 20 is negligible. The best way to do it is 4 sets of 4 exercises across 2 days over the week. Your workout duration should be between 45 and 60 minutes. Each workout should consist of around 16 to 22 sets across 4 to 6 different exercises. And I just want to emphasize, you want to focus on quality over quantity. Quality workouts come from good form, following a good program, and using the correct rest periods. Rule 2 is all about progressive overload. Progressive overload is the fundamental principle of increasing demand on your muscles. Your body only adapts to increasing demand. This means that you must progress over time. You achieve progressive overload by adding more weight, more reps or sets, or lowering rest times. A good way to do it is start at a weight that you can manage 3 sets of 6 reps. Then what you're going to do is add 1 rep every week until you can manage 3 sets of 10 reps. And that is when you increase the weight and start back at 6 reps. And you must be tracking your training. If you're not tracking your training, you're just guessing. And guessing doesn't build muscle. We've built a free tracking template which you can use. It's got everything you need to ensure that you are making the right progress. Check out in the link below and get your free access today. Rule number 3 is you're going to eat like a bloody adult. Yeah, you don't need a perfect diet, but what you do need is consistency and discipline. All you need to do is eat healthy 80% of the time. Yeah, you're going to allow space for life. Yeah, when we're having a bad day, it's nice to have a little snack. It's good. That's part of the whole reason why we train hard, is to enjoy life. We're human. Yeah, you want to enjoy the fruits of your labour. There's no point training hard and being miserable if you can't enjoy a croissant on the weekend and a little bit of chalky cake. Most of your diet should be made up of whole foods, such as beef, chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, whole grain, pasta, rice, and fruit and vegetables. This gives you a nice, balanced diet. You want to keep protein high. Yeah, everyone knows the magic number of 1.6 grams to 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight. Or if you're looking at it in pounds, it's around 1 gram per pound of body weight. You want to try and get your protein from your food, not supplements. But if you're struggling, then yeah, supplement. But ideally, it should be from your food. You want to eat healthy fats to help support hormone regulation and production. Healthy fats are unsaturated fats, and the best way to tell saturated from unsaturated is that unsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature, such as olive oil. Me personally, I follow a 40% fats, 30% protein and 30% carbs split. You're going to hydrate properly, yeah, 3 to 4 litres of water per day, which is around 12 to 14 cups. You want to cut out or reduce your alcohol consumption. Fizzy drinks, sugary, highly processed foods, yeah, you want to just bin them off. Yeah, get them in the bin. If you want to lose fat, you want to be in a 10 to 15% calorie deficit. If you want to build more muscle, you want to be a 10 to 15% surplus. And if you want to stay at the same weight, but you just want to tone up a little bit, get a little bit of definition shown, then you'll want to eat slightly under maintenance. Stick to maintenance, just below. You can use our free calorie calculator on our website to find out what calories you should be consuming, whether you're in a surplus, maintenance, or deficit. Head over to the link in the description to use that right now. Here is the multiplier that most men ignore, and it's your lifestyle. Sleep is not optional. You should aim for between 7 and 9 hours of quality sleep. And we want to be doing active recovery on our rest days. So this is walking, light cardio like cycling, maybe a little row if that's your thing, stretching, yoga. We want to be doing active recovery because recovery is just as important as working out itself. Move your body. Humans have become inherently lazy and sedentary lifestyles are massive. You know, sitting is the new smoking, so they say. So you want to move your body. Aim for 7,000 to 12,000 steps per day. This is the sweet spot that will give you the most benefits. An ideal way to do this is to walk for 20 minutes after breakfast, lunch and dinner. This should get you around 7,000 to 10,000 steps just from that alone. And finally, the most important part is staying consistent. None of this works without consistency. The more you do something, the easier it gets. The more times that you set foot in the gym, means it will require less willpower to get there the next time. Eventually, training stops requiring motivation and starts becoming automatic. The first few years of training is where you're going to see the majority of your gains. And after that, you're training to keep what you've already earned. But the good news is, it's far easier to maintain than it is to build. Being disciplined is not easy. It's about doing difficult things without any rewards for an extended period of time. The rewards do come, but you have to be patient. You build confidence by keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Every action is either a vote for or against the man that you want to become. Consistency is the key to success in life, and discipline is the key to consistency. If you want help building discipline properly, we've created an easy to consume short video course to give you all the knowledge, systems, and tools that you need on how to become more disciplined. Get instant access by going to the link in the description below. And it's as simple as that. If you enjoyed this one, watch this video next. That'll do, donkey.